Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 22. Government has entered into an agreement to extend domestic monitoring of Jamaica's economic reform program beyond the country's precautionary standby arrangement with the IMF, which ends this November. The move was formalized through the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU this morning between the Ministry of Finance and the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke says the MOU empowers EPOC to continue in its monitoring role until government operationalizes policy commitments for the established inclusion of independent fiscal oversight.
The government is far advanced in enacting legislation that will modernize the central bank, inclusive of institutionalizing independence in the implementation of monetary policy. We are also working towards legislation that will give rise to a fiscal council that will strengthen Jamaica's fiscal responsibility framework and be an independent arbiter of Jamaica's fiscal rules.
Minister Clarke says with the Joint Select Committee of Parliament's review of the central bank legislation far advanced, he expects the amended bill to be tabled in this quarter and passed before the next financial year, which begins in April 2020. Dr. Clarke says he also expects to table legislation in Parliament for the Fiscal Council by April of next year. In the meantime, EPOC's chairman, Keith Duncan, says his committee's work and the eventual fiscal legislation will serve to improve economic benefits for Jamaicans.
We are already seeing the fruits of, fiscal responsibility in relationship to our ability to invest in capital expenditure, in infrastructure, in even this year in the national security apparatus. And we are confident that if we continue along this path, we will be able to increasingly invest in the capacity of our Jamaican people and our Jamaican organizations.
Residents of Mavis Bank and adjoining areas of East Rural St. Andrew now have easier access to their communities following the rehabilitation of the Georges River Bridge. The bridge, which is located in Violet Bank, was renovated at a cost of $21 million by the National Works Agency. Previously 15 feet wide, it has been expanded to 36 feet and can now accommodate 2 large vehicles simultaneously. During the official opening on Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the bridge was now high enough to allow for unimpeded flow of the stream that runs below and also sturdy enough to withstand the peculiarities of climate change.
Widening this bridge is important for the access of the people who live in the community, for the agricultural access, which is necessary to move coffee speedily to market, access for construction work that is going, for large trucks to move materials, and for the safety of the community, because this area, during times of drought and in the summer in particular, is susceptible to bushfires, and to have the fire engines being able to move without impediment is also very important.
Mr. Holness is urging motorists to refrain from speeding and to maneuver with care when using the bridge. Over 700 traffic cameras have been installed in specific parishes so far under the Ministry of Transport and Mining's electronic surveillance system. The cameras are equipped with license plate reading technology to record vehicles involved in traffic offenses. Approximately 490 traffic cameras have been installed across Kingston, 120 in Montego Bay, 80 in Ocho Rios, 38 in May Pen, and 30 in Mandeville. The Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, is urging parents to be wary of counterfeit products during their back-to-school shopping. CAC's Director of Communications, Latoya Halstead, says parents should be especially careful when purchasing severely marked down items.
What you might be thinking that you're getting as a deal could in fact be a knockoff. So you're paying money out of pocket for something that you think is going to last when in 2-3 months it goes.
Ms. Halstead is recommending that parents conduct research before purchasing items such as shoes and bags and to physically check these items in store.
Go online and look to see exactly what the tags should be like, the the branding of the item to see exactly how it ought to be. So when you go into the store or from whomever you're purchasing it from, you already have an idea as to what it should look like. To see if there is any inferior stitching, if the label somehow just doesn't look right, if you see spelling errors, if you don't even see the tag that should be there.
Parents are also advised to explore buying used books and to walk with the book list when purchasing textbooks to check the edition, author, and publisher. Persons are further cautioned to keep receipts and not wrap or write in the texts until it is verified by the teacher that those books will be used. And finally, parents and guardians of children who are deaf or hard of hearing are being encouraged to enroll them into one of the Jamaica Association for the Deaf, JIS, schools. The association operates 7 schools across 4 parishes. Executive Director Kimberly Sherlock Marriott Blake says currently there are approximately 400 students enrolled, which is a 50% capacity across the system. She says it is estimated that JAD should have at least 1,000 students enrolled in its schools.
Because education is our core focus, one of the things that's very critical for us is ensuring that we not only have children in school, but that we're adequately supporting them once we get them into school.
Mrs. Sherlock Marriott Blake was speaking at a recent JIS think tank. She says students who have hearing loss and use hearing aids usually have a hard time keeping up with the pace of a large class in regular schools and eventually perform at or below bare minimum standard. For this reason, she says the JAD is working on sensitizing persons at the community level about the importance of having these children learn in an environment which is tailored to their specific needs.
But our goal is ensuring that whatever the hearing loss, the child can be supported. The child can be given the education that they deserve, because we are firm believers that every child can learn and every child must learn.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.